just making some pens here now. What? Hey guys, how are you doing today? Straight Pipe Acres here. I want to show you this welder. We're going to do a review on it here real quick, and just to show you that how good of a welder it is. For the little bit that I've used it so far, I would recommend this to anybody, to be honest. I've been tacking. We're building an AI trailer right now, artificial insemination for cattle, and yeah, works awesome so far. So it's a MIG, a TIG, and an arc welder. So it's a 3-in-1, plus it's a dual voltage. Now what that means is you have 220 volts, or let me grab this cord. I'll run it on 110 too to show you here. Here's your adapter cord that comes with the machine, and you can convert it down to your whatever, your normal household plug-in, like an extension cord, just like this. Okay, there you go, same as what I'm running a grinder with. Now this welder is compatible for a generator, so you can also run it off a generator. It's 180 amps. You can use MIG gas, which what we use, C25 usually, MIG mixed gold, whatever, same crap. It's got a regulator that comes with the machine. Like I said, for what we paid for this welder, I'm pretty freaking happy with it. So that being said, it fits the bigger spools of wire. Like, you don't need them little tiny guys, so you can fit these ones. What else? It's the 10-pound roll, I guess. It's got all your charts in here. It came with V-groove and a U-groove rollers, 035 and 030, I believe. I'll have to check into that a little bit more, but anyway, tells you all your settings, what gas you're running, size of steel, size of wire, and then it sets your bolts, and away you go. So let's get to it here. Oh yeah, I should show you this too. You can also purge your gas. If you can hear that, you can hear the gas valve click. So it's purging gas out. You can set your gas from right here. You can see that ball go up. So that's kind of nice. Also, you can run your wire just like that. So when you're out of wire and you're putting a new spool in or whatnot, this cart does not come with the machine. Actually, my grandpa built the cart for the old welder, and I modified it for it to fit this one. So that being said, I got a chunk of steel here tacked up, and this is what we're welding right now. It's 2 by 3 inch by 125 wall tubing and whatever angle iron here. So let's lay a bead, and I'll show you here in a few. Okay, so right now we're running on 220 volts. We're running 20.5 volts and 335 inches per minute on the wire speed. So I'll get into details on the MIG and the stick and whatever after. Okay. Don't know if you've seen a whole lot, but There you go. So that's on 220. Now what I'll do is I'll shut it down and I'll find another piece and we'll tack it all up and we'll try it on 110 and see if we can't get our same heat settings, just to show you how powerful this little guy is here. So give me a few seconds, I'll grab another piece of steel and I'll bring you back in a bit. Okay, I got a chunk of steel tack there now. We're just going to shut him down and run him off of the 110 cord. So what we need is the adapter, okay, so then you're running 110 like this. You unplug your 220 supply and we'll plug it into the 110, which is plugged into here. So I'll get this all set up and I'll bring you back in a little bit here. Okay, so automatically once you plug into your 110 supply, it switches itself, because it's an inverter, switches itself over, and look at my settings, stayed the same. So that's pretty good. Now if you're running on high amperage, it will kick your breaker if you don't have a heavy enough breaker. So I'm plugged into here and I do have the lights off, so we'll give it a try. And I think I'm on a 20 amp breaker, but I'm not certain, so we'll give it a try on the 110 and see what kind of weld we come up with here. So I'll bring you back in a bit and we'll be welding. Well, that was a start, but like I said, you need a heavier breaker than what I got on that circuit. But same weld, really low spatter. Like I said, if you're running 110 in a household plug-in, the chances are you're probably not going to be welding like this heavy of metal anyways. Like you won't be building stuff like this in your house garage. So what I'm trying to say is I'll get this breaker flip back on here, and you need probably a 25 amp breaker, I'm thinking, something like that. Which one is it now? Not them two. There we go. So that's only a 15 amp breaker. So if a guy had it plugged into a 20, I'm pretty sure it would hold the amps, or at least I could turn it down too, and then I wouldn't have to worry about it kicking it. So that being said, let's get the arc going, and I'll start an arc on here and we'll see what it welds like. I don't have a TIG. The TIG is sold separately at your local Princess Auto. What you can do is there's also these smart settings, and you set it to your like here's your MIG, different size of wire, CO2, here's your different gas selection. So here you can turn it, and it pretty much automatically sets the welder to the heat and wire speed that you need. I don't know, I guess I'm an experienced enough welder that I don't need to use that. I haven't used it yet. You guys should try it and see what it does. But anyway, let's get her shut down here and we'll lay a bead with the stick here. So I'll bring you back in a bit. Okay, so it's a very quiet machine. The fan is running right now. It runs constantly, just to boost up the duty cycle. So what I've done is, here's your power cord that runs your MIG, okay? You plug that into your positive side on the welder. When you're running TIG, your TIG gun goes in the negative, and your ground goes into the positive because you're running reverse polarity. What else can I tell you? It's also spool gun compatible. Here's your plug-in right here. I have it come with the adapter to wire in your spool gun. Yeah, let's get this set up here. So let's go back to arc. There we go. Now here's your bolts. Hopefully you guys get a little bit of a view here while I'm welding, and we'll see what kind of bead it lays before it kicks the breaker off. Hopefully you guys can see all right. I'm just using a grinder mask. Seems like it's getting pretty decent penetration on that 110. But I guess we'll find out. There it goes. So it just kicked the breaker. So I'll go reset here. Okay, so let's reveal what we got. Well, that ain't too frickin' bad, I'll tell you right meow. So that's with a 70-18 1/8 rod. So now what I'll do is I'll get the machine switched over back to 210, and we'll try it on arc with 220 volts. Definitely running better on the 220. So on 110, the highest you can go on the amp is 99 amps. Is your possibly the highest you can go on 110. But that being said, your 99 amps has to be strong enough on the, like say, a 20 amp breaker to run that constantly, because it was cutting out on us there. So anyway, there you go. A little bit of a wire brush and that'll clean up real good. So we're putting 52 volts in. There we go. So that's cranked up. That's as high as it goes. It goes back to 52. So when you're on 110, the highest you can go is 99 on your amps. Now that we're 220, let's try her at, I don't know, 135 amps. Okay? Let's run another bead. See what she does. Hopefully you guys can see all right there. Definitely a lot hotter. There we go. So that's just that's 100 wall 1x1 tubing, and that's probably, I don't know, 1/8 angle iron. So we'll let that cool off. I'll get the wires, or my my stinger. So this is the quality of the stinger. It's actually pretty good. It's got a good clamp. on there. Pretty nice to hold. It's got all the different angles on the inside. You can see all the angles in there if you want to switch it around. If you want to weld uphill, downhill, whatever. The quality of the MIG gun is a Tweco, so Tweco parts will fit on here, so that's kind of nice. I do have a spare gun off my 250. We also bought the 250 amp welder. That's also a 3-in-1 inverter. I haven't done a review on that one yet, but maybe a guy should here. I don't know, as soon as I did one on this one. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Good clamp, you know, can clamp on pretty good. So for me, for the price that I got this for, or even like the regular price, I would definitely recommend this welder to anybody. So there you guys have it. I'll show you this welds here. Those are with the stick. 110 volt. That hot pass on the top here. There's still some flux on it yet. Anyway, it'll be good. That one there is about 99 amps. That one was about 130 amps. And that was running 220. So pretty much when you switch your cords around down here, that's all that does is switch your voltage, and you don't have to change anything in here. That's what I like. It's very simple. A very simple, compact, high temperature, good quality welder. I don't know, I think anyways. The 220 over, or 250 over there is much the same, just this is in such a smaller box, and I don't know, I think it works pretty good. So you can either run shield gas, or you can run flux core, either or. If it was me and I was buying the welder, or like if I was going to run flux core in here, I'm kind of lucky because I got a spare whip from the 250. So all you do is you take this off and put the other whip in, and if you're going to run flux core in that one, then that's what I would recommend. Just clean my camera off a little bit there. Because what happens when you're running flux, some of the stuff, the particles will break off and it'll kind of jam up your liner. Either that, or I'd recommend getting a spare liner. Then you can leave your one strictly for flux core and your other one for solid wire. But I don't know. That being said, guys, go get yourself a Pro Point welder. Very, very impressed with it. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And have a good day. See you in the next one.